Hi everybody, and welcome back to Della Debt Payoff. Merry Christmas to all of those who celebrate. I'm recording this very early on Christmas morning. I had some time, so I figured I would just get this done and uploaded, and then maybe I'll record that for our paycheck tomorrow for that budget, but we'll see. And excuse my voice, I'm kind of fighting a bit of a cold here, which always is not fun for the holiday season. So let's just jump in to our paychecks. My paycheck for the December 12th pay was the normal amount of $1,858.56. My husband's was also the normal amount of $2,064.77. Nothing for his part-time job, just like we budgeted, but then we did have a $50 refund check from insurance, so that was a nice surprise. So our total income for that pay period was $3,973.33. So up by $50. Okay. So down to our debt, we budgeted to pay $570 to the Chevy loan, and was what we paid. And we budgeted to pay $200 towards the student loans, which is what we paid. And we did not pay our mortgage loan out of this paycheck. So then our total debt was the $770. Down to investments. We budgeted $60 for the Roth, and that's what we contributed. And we did not budget anything for our brokerage account, and we did not contribute anything. So our total investments for this paycheck was just the $60. Going down to down to expenses, under fixed expenses. We did not budget for our cell phones, so that was $0. Internet came in at $109.99. Life insurance came out $29.81. And our Netflix subscription came out at $19.25. So our subtotal for fixed expenses was $159.05. Down for our utilities, I'll fill this out quickly. Those were not paid out of this paycheck. So then we'll go over to variable expenses. We were a little bit over here, not too much in the grand scheme of things, but for groceries, we were pretty high. We budgeted $600, came in at $715.72. Gasoline, we budgeted $400, that came in at $354.84. Dining out, we budgeted $350, that came in at $341.85. Entertainment, we budgeted $60, and that was only $36.87. Clothing, we budgeted $150, and that came in at $150.83. Health, we budgeted $330, that came in at $366.48. Gifts, this was a little lower. We didn't purchase our gifts out of this paycheck, budget. So those were at $95.16. Home items came in, we budgeted $125, came in at $125.47. Dog, we budgeted $50, we spent $32.08. Beauty, we budgeted $23, we ended up spending $36.33. Cars, we did not budget anything, but we had some expenses here at $87.65. Car insurance, $0. Budgeted $0 as well. Home improvements budgeted $0, and that was $0. And hobbies, we budgeted $50, we spent $54.83. So the subtotal for our variable expenses for the month was $2,398, or not for the month, for the paycheck, $2,398.11. So, but our total expenses, fixed, utilities, and our variable was $2,557.16. So we were up over our budget by $10.11. Let's go to our savings. We contributed the budgeted amount of $160 to our home fund. The budgeted amount at $135 to our personal. Nest, we budgeted $200, which is what we contributed. And then we contributed the $40 for our doggie for her savings account. She has a vet visit next week, so we will be having to pull from that for the vet visit. So we budgeted $535 for savings, and that's what we contributed. So then let's fill out the summary table for our actual amounts and see how we did for this paycheck, for the first paycheck of December. And then hopefully next video, hopefully I'll record it. I don't know. I'm not feeling too hot. Seems everybody's sick this Christmas, this holiday season. Okay, so we brought in $50 more than we budgeted, but we did end up spending roughly $10 more for our variable expenses. So that leaves us with a positive $51.17 for this paycheck, which I don't think is too bad. And then we'll go down and fill out just the standard 50, 30, 20 budget. Not necessarily that we're spending 30% of our income on once. Somebody did comment that. I just feel like they didn't watch my video to see what we actually brought in. This is just a benchmark that we are using to compare our actual percentages. So that's what this is for. It's not where I'm going out and my husband and I are like, we need to spend 30% of our income on our whims, like whatever we want. No, that's not happening. So the budgeted for needs at 50% is $1,986.67. Wants $1,192 even. Savings and additional debt would be $794.67. So looking at what we actually, just put a line here, actually spent for needs, way more, well not way more, but feels like way more, $2,266, 57, wants, 860, 59, and savings and additional debt, like right on 20%. That's so interesting. 795, when the budget 20% is 794.67. So looking at the actual percentage for this paycheck, 57% of our income went to needs, 22% went to wants, and then right on the money at 20% went to savings / additional debt. So we spent $279.91 more on needs. We spent $331.41 less on wants, and 33 cents more on savings and additional debt. So I would like to get our needs back down. I think that's probably something in groceries that would be looked at and figured out, maybe ways to reduce that, because that's pretty high. But we did have a lot of family events and get-togethers, and it's just the time of the year it is. You spend more on food and fun foods, so hopefully that's not a trend that continues, spending over $100 more on budget for groceries. So that's our December 12th paycheck and the related expenses. The next video will be our paycheck that we will be getting paid tomorrow, the December 26th paycheck. I hope you all found this interesting, and if you are watching this on Christmas Day, I hope you find some peaceful moments and time to enjoy with yourself. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.